Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, aka I'm a Ghostbuster, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review for Anodyne 2 Return to Dust on the Xbox Store. Now, this was released by Ratalaika Games, and it came out on the 18th of February 2021. I was lucky enough to get a copy of this game for review, so a big thank you to them for providing me with that. Now, I'll quickly jump into this and like the description as always, and then we'll go into sort of my review of what I thought of it. So, Anodyne 2 Return to Dust combines the thrilling scale and cinematic storytelling of 3D games with tight design and easy to pick up satisfaction of 2D action adventures. Explore gorgeous and haunting locales, speak with strangers, and make both friends and memories along the way. Nano Dust infects the islanders of New Theland, distorting their emotions and desires. You play as Nova, a Nano Cleaner tasked with seeking out the sick and shrinking inside their bodies to suction up the dust. Traverse cities, valleys, and wastelands, then shrink into the varied mindscapes of characters from snowy aurora-lit valleys to perilous volcanic construction sites with the art that reimagines the 16-bit and 32-bit console eras. So it says, explore wondrous 3D and 2D landscapes and transform into a cart across the distance. Experience the emotional tale of Nova the Nano Cleaner. Delve into the pixelated and lo-fi landscapes painted by Marina Kitaka. Immerse yourself in 50 plus songs from countless genres by Melos Hantani. Created by Analgesic Productions, Melos and Marina, the duo behind Anodyne 1, All Our Asias, and even The Ocean. Now, as you can gather, this is a number 2 game, Anodyne 2. However, when you switch the game on at the beginning, it does say that this is basically a new story, a new place. It uses some of the ideas from, and like the gameplay mechanics and that from Anodyne 1, but you don't have to play them in any order. They don't follow on in sort of story driven. It's a standalone sort of game, so there's nothing to worry about there. Now, the first thing when I switched it on, I went into this sort of blind. I didn't know what to expect other than the picture I saw on the cover. And honestly, I was really surprised because you switch it on and you get hit with sort of like massive nostalgia looking graphics. So, like, when you're traversing the world, it's in 3D, but it reminds me of like PS1, sort of early sort of PS2 era graphics, but like in HD, so they're not really jaggy. But it gave me that sort of feeling you get from like old school RPGs like Final Fantasy sort of 7 and stuff like that. You know, the big chunky characters and the textures and stuff like that. And I really liked the sort of nostalgia vibe I got from that. But like I say, when you're in the world itself, you're in 3D. There's people to interact with. There's big open areas. There's like a city. There's different areas to go about, and they're all really well themed. They're all different. They're not very samey. It's pretty cool because for some reason you can just turn into a car and just drive around and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. I'm not sure what's going on, but it was pretty cool. And then the actual sort of gameplay mechanics of it, you're like, because you can shrink down into people's stomachs and into their bodies basically to fight these dust cells and the bad like cells in their bodies and stuff like the germs and stuff. So you go up to them and you sort of press on them a few times and it shrinks you down and you go into these like dungeon. I class them as dungeons. You walk around the like areas and obviously there's different paths you can take in them and stuff like that, and there's puzzles and you have to like pick up blocks and fire them at enemies and stuff like that, but that's all in like 2D, and that really reminded me of like sort of Game Boy Advance graphics. So it's like two really varying art styles, but they work really well together. So when you're out and about, you get that really sort of nostalgic sort of early RPG vibe, and then when you go into the dungeons, it's like top down, like slightly top down, sort of Zelda sort of graphics on the sort of Game Boy Advance. And I kind of really enjoyed that, and it handles well. The controls aren't bad. Like I say, when you're in 2D, it's really simple. When you're in 3D, you can zoom in and out and stuff like that if you need to see more of the area. Now, plot wise, it is a bit confusing. It did baffle me a little bit. It's a bit abstract and stuff like that. I didn't 100% get what was going on. It was a nice little RPG game, but it sort of reminded me of like the early RPG games where there's just a lot of sort of fluffing them for no reason, and but at least everyone in this game's got like it gives you a bit of backstory about them, and they all seem to have like a lot of dialogue and stuff when just talking to the character and everything. So it's good in that aspect. But honestly, I'm not sure I could 100% tell you exactly what happened in the game or exactly what was going on. I just was along for the ride basically, which was, I'm not complaining. I enjoyed it. I can't complain at that. Now, the soundtrack's really good. Like I say, it's got a load of different background songs and stuff like that, and I enjoyed them all. They all fit really well with the actual theme and the style of the game and stuff like that. So you can't complain at it. Gameplay wise, you're not looking at a huge amount of time. It's not going to be sort of like 100-hour epics. Do you know what I mean? It is a shorter game. You're looking at, for me, just to finish it. I didn't get all the achievements. It took me about, I think about 6 to 8 hours. I can't 100% tell you exactly what it was, but I did get a fair few hours out of it, and I did run through a few bits and didn't talk to everyone. So when I go back through to get all the achievements and stuff like that, I'll probably chat to every single character and stuff and enjoy it more and just sort of explore a bit more. But I just want to sort of get through to the end of the story, basically. Achievement wise, it's not as easy achievement as some of the other Ratalaika games. Like I say, on true achievements, only about 19% of people have completed it. Obviously, that could just be because you have to put a lot more time into it and stuff like that. So just bear that in mind. If you are looking for quick and easy achievements from Ratalaika games, this isn't one of them. I actually feel like this is a lot more for the content, for the sort of size of the game it is, than what you would normally expect in a Ratalaika game, which is really good as well. It sort of reminds me of the one I did a bit back where it was like Ravensword, and that was like a 3D RPG. I'd love to see Ratalaika bring more of those type of games over to the Xbox by their publishers and by their developers and stuff, because they're just games that get overlooked. I mean, they probably do sort of well on sort of like Steam and probably on like the Switch and stuff, but I'd love to see more of them come to Xbox. Now, this game is also optimized for Xbox Series X and S, plays on Xbox One as well, backwards compatibility. So you get your cloud saves, your 4K Ultra HD, 60 FPS, smart delivery according to the Xbox Store Microsoft listing. And like I say, it is a pricier game. It's listed at the moment as $19.99. So it's I would recommend, if you're not into it super, like if you're just going in for the achievements, wait for a sale. If you're into sort of like the more abstract sort of PS1 style games for like RPG mixed with like dungeon sort of exploring, the older Zelda games and the Game Boy Advance sort of style, you may get a lot from it and you may really enjoy it. And if you like those sort of really abstracty like fantasy storylines and all that stuff, then this could be the game for you. Like I say, it plays well, it handles well, the graphics, I love the style on both of them, the 3D and the 2D. I think they both shine in their own ways. But like I say, for 19.99, I wouldn't personally go out and buy it myself at full price. I would probably get it in a sale. But it's just because it's not the sort of game I would have probably gone out and bought if I hadn't been doing a review of it. But I'm glad I have played it. Like I say, it's a different type of game, and I'm hoping for more. Like I say, I know Anodyne 1 is also on Xbox. However, that is, I believe, all just 2D. It doesn't have the 3D sort of aspect of it. So you'll just have to try that one out as well if this one is something that you really enjoy. But like I say, I highly recommend giving it a go. It's a really fun little game. It's got like decent combat in like the aspects of picking up the weapon, like the rocks and firing them and clearing out the germs and the dust particles and stuff like that. And it's got like boss fights and stuff. So I think, like I say, if you're into these sort of games, it's a really decent one actually for the price. If this isn't your cup of tea and you're just going for the achievements, I would just hold off a bit and maybe get it on like a sale when it's just slightly cheaper, because that's $19.99, which is what, $23-24 at the moment. So it all depends on how much you think you're going to play. I mean, if you only want to run through it, wait off. If you're going to actually enjoy it, take the time to use the story, it's probably worth your time just jumping on it while you can. But that's that for this review, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, please give us a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. We're going to be putting reviews up all the time, and we'll see you soon for another review. So enjoy gaming, and we'll chat soon. Bye for now.